Hi friends, it's Thursday. That means it's time for the Tarot Topics weekly newsletter recap. Tarot Topics comes into your inbox every Wednesday. We do a different topic every week, and somehow we connect it to tarot because tarot is connected to everything. Then we come on Thursday and talk about it. So if you do not receive the Tarot Topics newsletter, the link is right in the description to subscribe. You can also follow the link to read the newsletter online on my website. So today we're going to be doing readings about the topic because that's what we do. So what's our topic this week? It's golden moments. Here's what I've observed. A lot of times we put a lot of effort into planning things, and that's a wonderful thing. I'm planning StaarCon right now. It's going to be fabulous. Putting effort into planning things is not a bad thing. But sometimes we plan these events, times together, that kind of thing, and so much of our effort is about making it Instagram worthy. We want the pictures to be good. And I see a lot of times where the pictures are a lot better than the memories we made. The other thing I noticed is that joy will come up unbidden. Even in the most grievous of times, even in the most difficult times, we will have moments of humor, moments of joy. I also know that with the people we care about, and also when we're on our own, we may have just a beautiful moment. We see something beautiful in nature. We hear a song that we love that we haven't heard in a long time. We have an interesting thought, a creative idea. We share a moment with a friend, and it's joyful. And so that's what I want to talk about today. If you're going through a difficult time, I want to talk about how you find joy in the middle of all of that. If you don't have enough joy in your life, I want to talk about how to cultivate that. If you are planning things for yourself, for a business, for your family, I want to talk about how to make that more joyful. So let's talk about those golden moments, and we'll go right on over to CardCam and get some readings going. As you can see, I'm being lazy and working with the beautiful Wiser Tarot, one of my favorite decks. It's so nice to see you here today. Thanks so much for being here. So, Damini, you're the first one I see. Come back with a question for me. Today we're doing questions around joy and your relationship with joy in your life. Give me a question. Kim Morris, it's so good to see you. We had fun chatting on TikTok the other day. Teresa, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years and a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. So Martha Vink, may I please have a reading? No specific question. I know you well enough that I can play with that. And Damini, if you want me to do that for you too, I will. But obviously, if you're having issues with joy or sadness or difficulty or whatever, Damini, you got me a question. That is perfect. So, very good. And Martha, we've missed you so much. It's so nice to have you back. Thanks for being a member. All right. And I want to remind y'all, we got class tonight. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing a tarot class. The link is already up. Please join us. All right, let's get going. I'll take these in the order in which I see them. Oh, Martha, you put your phone away a lot this summer and tried to be in the present better. Yeah, that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. Baby Cakes, good to see you. All right, so here we go. Starting with, the first question I see is Teresa. So good to see you. For me, my golden moment is getting the job I've worked so hard for, but it's a super tough market. Is it coming soon? And I'm celebrating the little golden moments on the way. Well, yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Teresa has worked very hard to get an advanced degree, and is now, taking that degree out to try to get a job using it. So let's see, how is that going to go? The thing is, I think you're already worried that it won't go well, but it will. What you need to do is not overthink this. Just apply everywhere and anywhere that you think you might want to work, and you will have a great offer presented you. There it is. All right. Mix you here. So good to see you. Thanks for being here, Michelle. Not enough joy for you right now. I'm so sorry. How can I nurture my heart chakra more than I am? I would love a message from Spirit and my ancestors about nurturing your heart chakra. Yeah, isn't that interesting? We get like the exact opposite, right? Like the Knight of Cups reversed is like, no, do not nurture your heart chakra. Like, what do we do with that? This is very interesting. We need to really look at this, Michelle. I think you do a lot to nurture your heart. You do. But there is so much around you that takes little pieces of it. A lot of it is just how hard it is. Like, I think for you, the key has got to be to you need to can I speak English? Yes. Michelle, make sure. You need to compartmentalize more. That's really what it is. Here's how I see you. You really do the things, you do the meditation, you sing, you do things to create joy in your life. You really do. But you're also very, very aware of all the difficulties. And that's both internal and external. And so for you, right, make sure there's a lot of factors that aren't in my control. Exactly. And the key here, and that's really what the newsletter is about this week, is even in those moments, even in those difficult moments, those things that are not within our control, we still need to find joy. I'm reminded, of course, of Viktor Frankl talking about survival in the concentration camps and how important that joy and humor, those things were in concentration camps, right? So I think it's about compartmentalization. Yes, that's it. It's perfect. I was going to say you're soft and squishy. You're a turtle without a shell. Yes. It's hard for me not to take things deeply. And I think there's got to be a way to preserve that nature, but to get thee a shell. I think there's got to be a way to do that. And again, I'm really stuck on compartmentalization. I think that if you can learn to compartmentalize, I think that will help. All right. Let's see. Who is up next? Okay. Martha Vink. So, Martha and I talk offline here, so I know some things here. You are very welcome, Mixuir. Get thee thy shell. We have a turtle rescue right near here. And we see like the improvised shells that they give the turtles and the patched shells. It's kind of amazing. It's pretty cool. Anyway. So Martha, your relationship with joy is you know how to create an environment where people feel it. And you know how to feel it and be in it and of it in many moments. But you also, I think, have a hard time just experiencing it personally for its own sake. And this is the thing I want to say to you, Martha. You deserve joy. You deserve joy. Not just to help other people access it, but to access it for yourself. All right. Damini, good to see you. How can I feel more joyful? I'm going through a stressful period because my landlord is chasing me out. I applied for a rental flat immediately under a special scheme. So do we think you're going to get that? And They're going to try to expedite that. That would certainly make you more joyful. This is a hard situation. And it's hard because it feels like there is real animosity with the landlord. You will have a home. You'll be okay here. But I think there's a part of you that is, in a way, really letting what the landlord is doing get under your skin. You'll have a new home. You're on that. Don't let this asshole steal your peace. That's really the key. Okay. Kim Morse, so good to see you. How can I find more joy in my home life? Well, see, this is hard because your home life, like you're a grown-up, but your home life is not of your creation. It was created by other circumstances. And that's hard. But look at all these major arcana cards. You find joy. You find more joy in your home life by recognizing that even though this is not what you would have chosen, you have been chosen for it. And there is something deeply spiritually healing for you and the people there. And so I think it's about, part of it is about y'all blooming where you're planted. Part of it is seeking to find the purpose of all of this. Finding the purpose in it. Finding the purpose in it rather than the sorrow in it. I mean, the sorrow in it is obvious. Find the purpose in it. Does that make sense? Martha Vink, wow, thank you. I deserve joy. I need to remind myself of that sometimes. So says the cards. Yes, thank you. All right. Baby Cakes, good to see you. Reaper TV. How are things going to turn out in the near future? I've been incrementally better in small steps. Talking about Team Pegman, my company. Can you show me the light? Yeah, you can only do what you can do, but there are opportunities here. Seize the opportunities as they come. Be available for the opportunities and seize them as they come. There it is. Teresa, thank you for that feedback. We'll look forward to seeing you in class tonight. And everyone, just a reminder, we have class tonight, 7 p.m. We're doing a tarot class. The link is already up. Join us. Demina, you're very welcome. Peggy Lou, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. A reading on having more joy. Yeah, for you to have more joy, you have to have more confidence and more security. The things that will allow you joy, confidence, and security. There you go. All right. Vaishali, good to see you. Trey Cameron, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. We appreciate you. Where can I find more joy? I've been feeling kind of blah lately. What does Spirit have to say? I'm so sorry. Well, I think what you need is to be grounded into things that feel true, productive, and worthwhile for you. And I think sometimes you can be a little bit of a nihilist where you're like, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it, right? So you have to ground yourself into things that are worth it, but you have to allow yourself to decide that things are worth it. There it is. Reaper TV, good to see you. Liz, good to see you. You're very welcome, Reaper TV. Okay. Vaishali, what are my golden moments in life? Where can I find my golden moments in my life ahead? Well, the whole thing for you is, much like Martha, to recognize that joy, well, in a similar but different, to recognize that joy is possible, to recognize that you deserve it, and to not let other people take it from you. That's the key. You got to own your joy and hang on to it. Don't let other people take it. Kim, you're very welcome. Barbie Bird, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. What does Spirit think my next golden moment is? I feel like I'm living in it right now, but do we have any specifics? Well, I mean, I think for you, a golden moment is just being able to relax. Like, I've just refit my whole life and it's running. So to relax in the running of your life and enjoy it is really the key right now. Peggy Lou, thank you. Look forward to seeing you tonight. Yes. Trey, you still with me, right? We're going to have a conversation. It's hard to find things that are worth it when the world's ending. I get that. I came up in the 80s. Yeah, I'm old. I am so old. I'm not even that old yet, but I will be. Anyway, I came up in the 80s. Cold War. I was working for the campaign for a nuclear arms freeze. And I was pretty sure that we would all be, we would all be gone in the nuclear holocaust within a few years. All these years later, we're still here. Now, I recognize that things are even worse now than they used to be, but we're still here. So what I couldn't do when I was your age, Trey, but I can do now, is to say, yeah, maybe the world's not ending. But I understand what you mean, because I sure felt that way then. Yeah, we have to be. We have to be hopeful. And there it is. So, yeah, I get it. I get it. All right. Let's see where we are. Baby cakes, that's where we are. How do I create more joy for myself and in my life? With the job situation, I feel like I am semi-okay one minute and lose any reason to live in another. I think I'm also hitting the midlife crisis, right? Okay, so what do you need to know? I think for you, baby cakes, joy and a sense of purpose are very closely connected. And so if you have a clear sense of purpose, you feel joy. If you don't, you don't. So find purpose in your day-to-day and you will find more joy. That's what I think. Okay. Barbie Bird talking about the world, right? The world is a dumpster fire, which has made me look inward more and more, and I've been a lot happier. It's so hard, man, because I was raised to be an activist. I was raised if you see a problem, it's your problem to fix. And I'm at a point now where I'm I'm just going to send my good energy, and that's what I'm going to do, right? There it is. Baby cakes, definitely very true. Got it. Good. Okay, who is up next? That was Baby Cakes. Susan Toklas, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. How can I find more peace and joy in my life? And the answer is, remember who you are. And don't feel like you have to be different than who you are or do more than what you want to do. I think you can be hard on yourself thinking that you need to do X, Y, and Z that you don't really want to do, and maybe you don't have to. So maybe cutting yourself a break is the thing. A penny for your thoughts. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. I took your advice and tried to rest this week. Very good. Even if I still had plenty to do, but no moving. Good. Trey, no apologies. Sorry, I wasn't trying to bring negativity into your stream. Trey, we're here to be real. No apology necessary. Thanks for the opportunity to share my perspective on that, because it's a very real thing. And, I feel like it's a real thing for Mixuair as well. That's part of the problem, being the turtle without the shell. You see all the suffering in the world. How do you hold space for all the suffering in the world? I have that too, man. There are days. That would be like a whole tarot class. Like, the world sucks. What do we do? How do we live our lives when the world is burning? It's an interesting thing. Yeah, we should do that for sure. So no apology. We're here to be real, and the real is the real. So there it is. Liz Harrison, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Coming off of a golden moment high, and just this week had a few awful moments. I'm left confused and sad. Oh, I'm sorry. Any advice from my guides as I feel lost? I usually feel supported by them, but cannot seem to connect. All right. The thing is, like, everything hits you, right? I mean, all of us, not just you, all of us. You know, you absorb, we absorb whatever comes at us. So the nice things we absorb, the difficult things we absorb. And I think it's hard for you personally, a lot of us, but you personally, Liz, to sort of have a filter, to be able to take in the joy and the other things that maybe aren't yours, but people throw at you, to leave that out here. And so I feel like there's an emotional boundary, there's an emotional filter that needs to happen that has not been happening. And maybe it's not been happening because you don't know how to do it. So I feel like that's a thing, you know, that we can consciously absorb the things that feel good. The things that don't feel good, we may not have to absorb that. So maybe it's like that. And when we talk about, Liz, when we talk about spiritual connection, you know, like when we're feeling in a bad way, we have a hard time connecting to spirit. I often say, you know, the thing about faith is that when we need it most, it's hardest to have. But I think for you, I think you can always find joy in the obvious accomplishments. And so turn your attention to what you have obviously accomplished. Oh, in regards to our conversation about how much the world sucks, baby cakes, I stopped watching TV to not be bombarded by all the bad things that happen all over the world. Bad news sells, so that's what they show, but there are also good things happening all over. But this is not that celebrated, so no TV for me. Yeah, totally. Totally. All right, where are we? Penny, for your thoughts. Do you have a question today? It's so good to see you. Catherine Fan, so good to see you. My golden moment is getting a promotion. Do you see it coming soon? If so, when? I've been at my job for 2.5 years and have a talk with my director tomorrow. Wondering if you have any advice on how to approach the conversation. Yeah. I would say be open to hearing from the director how you can grow in the company. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for growth, how you can grow within the company. Let's see how that goes. Do we see you getting a promotion? Yes. I think it's going to take a minute, but yes. Oh, Liz, emotional boundaries spot on. Thank you for the reading. Very helpful and much to reflect on and appreciate. Good. BC, so good to see you. My relationship with my daughter is a power struggle right now. We haven't spoken in 4 days. I stopped being an obedient cash cow. Yeah, good for you. Oh, okay, no, that's going away right now. Okay, BC, come back with whatever question you want to ask. Penny, for your thoughts. I do. I'm hoping the universe has a way to make money for me. I think so. I think you could find a way. Absolutely. Look at those majors. Yes, I think you could. Yes. I don't know what it is, but I think you can find it. I do. All right, BC, did you want to come back with a question? From my perspective, we are at the end. Want to remind everyone we have class this evening. And if you have a StaarCon 2024 ticket, we have 2 lounge events coming up this weekend. Saturday at 5 p.m. is Maria Alves Hernando, And Sunday at 5 p.m. is me. So join us there as well. It is last call for readings, y'all. I do want to remind you that in the description, there is a link to subscribe to the newsletter, a link to read the newsletter, a link to get your StaarCon ticket, and a link to book an appointment with me. I will be back with the Friday Weekly Wrap-Up tomorrow. I'll be getting those links up this afternoon, and I do hope to see you in class. Didn't mean to delete. BC, coming back to you. So, right. Okay. BC, I'm going to take care of you. And Catherine Fan, I don't think you're stuck. I think as you talk about growth can happen. I do. But I recognize after 2.5 years it better. I do get that too. BC. So, right, you stopped being the cash cow, so now she's punishing you. My question here, and this is a little off topic, but I'm just going for it. My question is if there's a mental health thing. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I can't make a diagnosis. But something's not right here. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's her. But there is a mental health concern. If it's you, talk to a therapist. Do what you have to do. If it's her, like you set a boundary. It was correct for you to set a boundary. If she cannot deal with that boundary, that's on her. You don't need to talk to her. And I think like she's punishing you by denying communication. But I would say just let that be. You know, you've done the right thing. But I'm curious to know if there is a mental health diagnosis for your daughter. And if there's not, it feels like that may need to be the direction. And so that's where, you know, when you do have the opportunity to speak with her, that would be the direction, I think. But yeah, I feel like the key is her not talking to you is only going to upset you if you let it. So don't let it. The larger issue is we're worried about her well-being, which is a significant concern. But giving her money is not going to help with that, so you're doing the right thing. All right. Sorry you're going through that. I know it's hard. Thank you, Catherine. I hope to see all of you in class tonight, 7 p.m. Join us. And thank you all so much for being here. I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Take really good care.